Hello everyone, this is Evan again. First off, I'm going to apologize for my absence from my channel, but I've been full-time student at one school, part-time student at another, full-time employee, so I've been pretty busy these past couple months, but I have been working on some more Nerf stuff, which I'm going to show you today. This is not even close to all the stuff that I've been doing, it's just I haven't had time to record, film, edit, post, any of that good stuff. But first off, get right into it. This is going to be my flagship blaster. This is the one that has most work put into it, and is basically a universal do-it-all kind of blaster. And here it is. This is a Rapidstrike, if you can't tell, but unlike my other one, this is very extensive modifications. First off, it has larger motors in it, the same ones as my other Rapidstrike, the Blade 180 motors, but with this one I actually covered them up. I'll go into that a little bit later. If you see these two knobs right here, I have separate wiring assemblies for the pusher box motor and the flywheels. Each one of these knobs is a pulse width modification unit, where basically it pulses the electricity going into the motors, and so you can, depending on the width of that pulse, you can change the speed of the motors. They're pretty cool. I can change both the speed of the flywheel motors to make it more powerful, less powerful, louder, quiet, depending on what I want, and then also I can change the pusher speed, so I can go full out, full auto, or I can go pretty slow and limit my ammo usage. Onto the cosmetic mods. Up here, this is the front part of a Raider that I epoxied onto the top just to, give it a little boxier look. This is the battery compartment from a Raven Firefly clip that holds 3 AA batteries, in this case 3 Trustfires. Those batteries are powering the flywheel motors. I have 4 other Trustfires that are held inside the stock area. They're powering the pusher motor. I'll show you this. I have some voltmeters right on there. The top one is for the pusher motor and the bottom is for the flywheels. I also changed the what is it called? The trigger and rev button switches with momentary on-off push button switches. Also with cosmetic mods is I put a ton of epoxy putty all over this. As you can see, it's all smooth up here, and even on this side I actually, normally there's a square right here, kind of like on this side you see where it says Banshee, that's a raised square area. I smoothed it out on this side. I smoothed out all the lines on here around the stock on both sides. Smoothed out the integration with the Raider nose over top of the motors. I actually put bottle caps over top of the motors so the epoxy putty wouldn't touch them, and then epoxy puttied over them. I also have these kind of flares on the front right there, kind of like, I don't know, like nostrils of a bull or something. They're just for looks. They don't serve any function, but I think they're pretty cool. I covered up the front where the Raider nose was cut, and also epoxy puttied around this whole battery tray area. Next to the voltmeters right there, I also have a switch right here for a light that's in the sight, since the sight no longer works since there's the Raider nose right there. I just thought, what the hell, let's put it on there just for kicks. But because of that light, I have a 4 AAA battery pack that I super glued on top of the pusher box. And now that jam door can't move, and I don't care because I don't like the jam door moving anyway. Oh, and the stock can't move in because there's batteries there. And then besides that, I just painted it, and I put a lot of work into the paint. I actually hand painted a lot of lines on here. As you can see, these blue and orange. There was no orange spray paint on this, so all the orange you see, even on the tack rail, on the bottom there, Around the back you can see a bunch of detail in orange. That was all done by hand. This blue down here was all detailed. All around here was detailed. I just put a few hours into the detail work, and then I also did some pen work. You can see up here around the battery box, around back here. There's just a ton of time into the paint on this because I thought if this is going to be my best modified blaster, I might as well make it look the best. And also on top of this paint is glow-in-the-dark clear paint. So when I put that on here, it kind of made everything look a little faded and worn. Like the white is a little opaque. But at night, all the light parts on this blaster glow. The white, the orange, the blue. The black won't because it's black. And so it glows at night, slightly like lime green, like regular glow-in-the-dark stuff does. So it's really cool at night. That's that. As you can see, I kind of epoxy puttied around that tack rail, so it's no longer useful. I'm not going to be putting anything on tack rails on this because I don't need to, I don't want to. It'll ruin the look because those things won't be painted to match. I don't even like the foregrip on this one because this is heavy. It's about the weight of a Stampede fully loaded with batteries. I guess I'll show you a firing demo. First I'll show you how I can change everything. This one right here, this knob, is the trigger, the pusher motor. So I'll show you how it works. As I turn this clockwise, it'll go faster. So, and it also counts as a safety switch because it clicks to turn off. So right now it's off. I can pull this button and nothing happens, but I'll show you right there. That's really low, and then I can make it a little faster, and then full speed is very fast. That's about as fast as my other Rapidstrike, maybe a little faster. And then I'll show you the rev motor. I'll just put it on, low power. That's basically stock form, and that's like 10% power. So I'll go about 50%. And that's very, very, very loud. It's quieter than my other Rapidstrike because of so much epoxy putty that's absorbing the vibrations. But it's still pretty loud. It's scary. It's like in HVZ, it's like getting a 30-second stun on zombies just by revving my gun at them and pointing because they're afraid of it. It's just great. It can do everything. I can make pot shots with low speed on the pusher, high speed on the flywheels. I can sneak with low speed on the flywheels, low speed on the pusher. Now I can horde bust, high speed on both, high power, fast, full auto. So I'll show you a firing demo. I'm just going to go full power on the pusher motor and let's say half on the flywheels. So here we go. There you go. It goes through a clip very, very fast, and I can conserve my ammo if I want to. I'll just change the pusher speed. So that's that.